Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz. Today is Monday, June 27, 1965. 2022. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find your podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. Where the fuck do I start? I don't even know. Like, I'm speechless. Um, I feel like we need to have a moment of silence for women's rights. Pretty much women's rights to choose just died. Well, we can say that, but here's the problem: is that Roe v. Wade, made sure that there was a such thing as safe abortions. There's a such thing as safe ways to go about that medical procedure. What it really just did was put women in a lot more dangerous circumstances. And um I truly think in many ways that yes, I know people are talking about, God and the Bible says, oh, okay, look, man. And I'm gonna say this one time only. All right, I'm Catholic. My family is very Catholic. I love, I believe there's something high. There is a higher being because some things that just happen in my life, you just can't leave it to coincidence sometimes. But I want y'all to all remember that when you quote that book, that it was not written by God. It was not written in even God's voice. I want to make sure you understand that the Bible is the highest selling book of all time. Not just not ever. Wait, listen to what I said. The highest selling book of all time. Why are religious scriptures being sold? Who's profiting on this? So when you go here and you try to speak up like Christian beliefs about, all this, just remember that we you're following the words of 10,000-year-old men. Well, what thousands of year old people. You're following the rules of almost 300 years in America. We're running, what I'm saying? What's next? What other landmark case can be overturned? This just opened up a door to a lot of cases that were brought forth beyond the highest court in pretty much what they say in the world, as they say in the world, one of the highest courts in the world. What other cases can you overturn? Brown versus the Board of Education, which ended segregation in schools. What about Plessy versus Ferguson? What about all that? Roe v. Wade might just be a start to much, 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 much more issues in America. It could lead to so much worse things. This is the start. And a lot of you aren't seeing it. And a lot of you are saying that, you're happy that this got overturned. Y'all don't understand that it's dangerous out there. This is going to get very dangerous. This is what we call a slippery slope. This is what we call women's rights being revoked again. Because even if you don't remember, just in case some of you don't remember, the 13th Amendment can also is an amendment to the original Bill of Rights. I'm sorry. No. To the original Constitution. We're following words of these older people that feel like they need to make their stance. They needed to make a landmark decision. There hasn't been any landmark decisions in the Supreme Court in a very long time. And this is like, think about it. It's been over like 20 years. It's definitely over 20 years. There was definitely no landmark case that the Supreme Court has done. And most of the people that are in the Supreme Court right now were in when I was a child. We need to have term limits. This is the fight. This is the amendment that we need to have, that the Supreme Court justices need to have term limits. They're too old. They're making decisions for the future that they should not be making. They should not be making these. Yo, we have an almost what 80-year-old we almost have an 80-year-old president. We have several people in the Supreme Court that are, I think, well within their 70s. I'm not saying that they can't make the right decisions. All I'm saying is that they can't make future decisions for the future of this country. You can't make a decision with someone that lived in the 1960s, that loved the 1960s, that loved everything about the 1960s and the 1950s. You can't, we're we are heading into a slippery slope where some things are going to come down the pipeline. Like, we started off with states revoking this, which states do have the right to do, because that's what we fought the Civil War for. Just in case everybody doesn't know, the South did kind of win because they did get state rights. But to tell a woman what to do with their body is beyond flagrant, beyond overstepping. And I see a lot of dudes out there saying, "Well, yeah, man, yeah, woo." I want to make sure it's understood. There's a lot of black men and a lot, not just a lot of black men. It's a lot of ethnic people that are rah-rahing this shit. I just want to make sure you understand that that is a landmark decision. That is a court decision that came from the Supreme Court. I'm sorry, that was my bad. That was repetitive. My fault. I want to make sure that you understand that this could just be the start of shit they overturn. Y'all are not thinking straight. First of all, you should be thinking about the women that you know, you know, would die in that now potentially going to die in childbirth. You should think about the women that were raped when they were children. I mean, because you should definitely think about this. You should think about your rights with your body. You just think about your rights with voting. You should think about your rights at all, and how quickly that can get taken away, because we just watched it live. How quickly rights can get taken away in this country. See, once you give them that little bit of that inch, they're going to take 3 miles. See, some of you ain't looking at like that way. You want more government, but I mean, I'm sorry, you talk about less government, but here it is. There's more government overture. This is a government overstep. But you're over here and you're rah-rahing for it because you read it somewhere that this is bad. Slavery was bad too. Going to January 6th was bad too. This is terrible for women. And I feel for y'all. I watched I don't know her name, but I watched her just start yelling and like about this. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, you ladies, I'm sorry, ladies. I don't know why I said my fault. Ladies, or however you identify yourself. I understand and I see your frustration. I can you just like you could just see the frustration in that, and just like it's like running against a brick wall, and is not going to happen. It's like you run through a wall, you get through one, and there's another fucking wall. That wall's a little bit tougher, but you got through it again. But then the next wall's a fucking steel wall, and you ran right back into another wall. It actually bump that and it pushes you back 3 steps. This country is going backwards into a very dangerous place. You're not seeing it, you're not thinking about it, but it's happening right in front of our eyes. In 2022, women lost the right to make a fucking decision with their body. And you're over here not looking at it correctly. And I know everybody, oh man, I love America. This is just America. Yeah. America just turned their back. American government just turned their back on women in the worst way possible. What's next? That's what y'all not looking at, man. What's next? What's after this? So, for all the thumpers, all the Trumpers, all those that are in the back country doing whatever the fuck you're doing, this is a start, dog, of a very, very, very oily, slippery motherfucking slope that we should not be even touching. There's so much other shit on this earth that we need to look at. Instead, we are paying attention to what women do with their fucking bodies. And we, as Americans, need to step the fuck up. The voting has to be better. The government has to be better. The people of this country need to be better. And that frustration, man. I heard the frustration and her. I'm seeing the frustration in so many women that I knows, like their voice and their their the mannerisms and all the rest that you can just see the frustration. You can see the weight, and it's just sad, man. It breaks my heart. It really does. It breaks my heart in the worst ways possible. And I wish, I mean, I wish there was something, anything I could do. I wish I could be a Supreme Court justice. I'm probably not smart enough for it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, some things I'm just not. Some things put me under pressure. I ain't voting for that shit. You gonna kill me, motherfuckers, before that shit goes through. If I was a fucking justice, so I'm just. It's sad, man. It's a sad turn of events, and and then on the other side of the world, you got Brittany Griner fighting for her fucking freedom because of a vape pen. A vape pen. One little vape pen. Yo, I know at least 50 people that use vapes every single day. Hell, I work with some of them that use vapes. Now, it's not like cannabis in them. I know it's just a vape, but doesn't matter. Understandable. Shit can get frustrating. You're in Russia, you're black, you're gay. You need to get the fuck out of Russia quickly. You can only imagine what's going on with Brittany Griner right now because she has a lot going against her. They're talking about 10 years in jail for finding a vape pen. Vape pen. 10 years in jail. That is what she is facing right now in Russia. And which I continuously forget also again is that she is black and she is gay. And they don't like both of those. They are not fans. They are not the greatest of fans. Just look at Chechnya, where the fucking president of that place just said that there are no more gays in his country. What type of bullshit is that? He's gonna be very mad if you ever watch Barry. If he ever watches Barry, oh shit, he is going to flip a lid. Just putting it out there. I fear for her, man. I really hope that like they can negotiate a release for her and all that, man. Because it's 4 months. I even damn man, this is the quickest 4 months ever for a person to be behind bars in a different country. Yo, man. And you can just see it in her face. It's just dejection. You can just tell she's been through some shit. She's going through some shit behind them bars. It's not Switzerland like ASAP Rocky was in. It's not there. So I don't even know what to say. We as a country, this country just needs to step the fuck up, man. Because this is bad. What like women are like this is a personal attack on women. And I know people are, oh man, you're a feminist, and y'all keep trying to put these fucking labels on people. And oh man, he's a hardcore progressive, a liberal, the person next to you. All right, look to the right. There's might be a person next to you. Look to the left. There might be a person next to you. Look in front of you. There might be a person in front of you. Look in the fucking mirror. There's a person right there. It's you. Imagine someone take your rights away. Imagine you become property of a country. Guess what property is? Slavery. That's a slave. You're a product. You're a product of the system. That person with you is a human. That person is someone maybe you love, someone you care about, maybe your friend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever, child, whatever. You look at them. The next time you want to sit here and say that women don't have that right to fucking choose. I know I went on a little bit of Brittany Griner rant, and now I went back. All right, I'm back. I'm back now. That person next to you is not allowed to do anything with their body without government oversight. That person next to you might not be able to hug and kiss you. That person next to you, you might not be even able to marry. Loving. Was it Loving versus Virginia? Interracial marriage becomes legal. Person next to you. You two say you have a child, or they're going to have to go to a school different from their best friend down the street. Brown versus the education. Brown versus the Board of Education. Topeka, Kansas, right? Yeah, Topeka. Just think about that. Think about that the next time you want to sit here and talk about some things, because overturning this is a problem. You're not looking at it right. Not the right way, because these are humans that can't make a fucking decision on their own. Is that what you're trying to tell me? They're incapable of thought? That's bullshit. It's bullshit. And anybody that agrees with it, please take me off your timeline. Please don't be my friend. Don't follow my podcast. I don't want you. I don't care. I don't want you. If you don't agree with the fuck I'm saying, this is the type of shit. This is like a one. There's only one road here. There's only one right road and there's one wrong road. And so if you have a problem with what I'm saying, please get the fuck on. Because I don't care. I don't care if you're saying, oh man, this guy is so liberal. This guy is so liberal. So liberal. I don't give a fuck what I am. There's right and wrong. Some of you need to go back and have a civics fucking lesson. And how the president works, too, by the way. While you're there looking up, landmark cases and shit, go look at how the fucking president works. Because who complains about the president with fucking inflation and fucking gas prices? Shut the fuck up. There's bigger shit. People are losing their fucking rights. And you worried about fucking gas price? That's the least of our fucking issues right now. You worry about what? Oh man, I can't, man. Jordans are now $300 instead of $200. Fuck, man. No. Women can't choose what the fuck they can do with their bodies. Wake the fuck up. That's all I'm asking. Shit. Fucking hitting shit. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. Look in the fucking mirror. Think about tomorrow, your shit gonna be taken away. Think about tomorrow, there's certain books not being shown in school right now, or not being read in school right now. They're being taken away. But you're sitting here, oh man, gosh, man, you know, any fucking gas prices, man. I can't get from point A to B. Then go fucking, hey, guess what? Ride a fucking bike. We have an obesity issue. Go ride a bike. Go ride a bike. Or shut the fuck up. There's bigger shit going on. There's bigger. And you're not seeing it. You're trying to be blind by it because that's your political. Fuck politics. This has nothing to do with politics. This has nothing to do with religion. This is right and fucking wrong. That's all it is. That's all it is. Right and wrong. And y'all are looking at it as if, oh man, these fucking Republicans, oh, these fucking liberals, oh, this, that. No, what? No! You're not seeing it. Fuck, man. I'm sick of just fucking going on a timeline and seeing political shit. Politics should not be with the human body. Unless it's like murder or mutilate, anything like that. Okay, that's when politics and government should overstep. For sure. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, and this is just me, maybe you should start convicting rapists in the worst ways possible. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. You're not going to stop them from doing it because apparently it's a power thing. It's a fucking psychological thing. But we're worried about fucking gas prices now. We're worried about a fight that we're not in. We are at war right here, and we're not seeing it. This is a battle. And by the way, the citizens, we're losing. They're supposed to be serving us, not the other way around. Serve and protect, right? That's what the boys in blue supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be public servants. They're supposed to be serving the public. And y'all over here and saying you're fine with what's going on. We're the ones supposed to be in control. And we're not. It's gone. It's disappearing. And then now you're mad because there's not a middle class. I mean, there was supposed to be a middle class, and motherfuckers are trying to fix it, but a lot of you got to a certain point in life and said, fuck the ones that's down there. Now we have a class system. But it's just very upper half, a little bit upper half, lower half. Y'all are tripping, man. We're looking at this shit the wrong fucking way. I know I've said this about a million times, but I'm going to continue to repeat it because it ain't right. It's not right. And it's just what's next. That's all I can say. What's next? That fuck, man. I'm frustrated. It's a frustrating feeling. And I know I'm not a woman. I understand. I understand. Everybody's like, oh man, you're not. I know. I'm not a woman. You're right. I am not. But I've been living around women all my life. I've seen the plight of what women go through all my life. I've seen the plight of what a black person would go through all their life. Imagine what a black woman is going through all her fucking life. You can see it. I've seen it in different fucking ways. So when you sit around here and you try to talk shit about anybody that say they're, I'm not saying I'm fully feminist or whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care about the labels. I don't give a shit. I know human fucking rights. So if it makes me a feminist, I don't give a fuck. Call me it. Please call me it. And what I can also tell you to do is to suck my fucking dick. That's all I can tell you. Suck my dick. Because I'm not going to stop being this way. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to stop being this way. You can stop being the way you are, a fucking asshole. And maybe get it out your fucking mind that maybe you're not in control. You think you are. You thought you were. You think that you're in control right now, but you are not. And you're the citizen. We're the ones that's what democracy is supposed to be. Elected officials. Who elects the officials? The public. They are supposed to be serving the public. Civics 101, baby. Woo! I understand the frustration, man. That's all I can say. As a black person in this country, I completely understand the frustration. Now, I know some people are like, "Well, none of your rights, none of our rights got taken away." Um, I feel like some part of me dies every time a fucking police officer gets away with murder. I feel like a part of me dies when another white guy goes berserk and somehow he's getting fed McDonald's. But a guy that's at a traffic stop tells the police officer that he has a gun and still, I mean, has a license for the gun and actually doesn't even pull the gun out in aggression towards a cop, can get shot just because. So that's where I'm at. If anybody has a problem with it, suck with it. That's how we're at. Suck with it. That's where I'm at. Um, speaking of, speaking of the, yeah, gender issues, I guess as we can work with. Um, I watched Umbrella Academy season 3. This is season 3, yeah, season 3. Season 3 of Umbrella Academy. This is really the first appearance of Elliot Page. Um, I like that, you know, like the transition happened in the middle of this season, which is it's cool to me. I'm really proud of this moment. I'm proud of the show. I'm proud of what they did. I know people. I know the right wingers, whatever fuck you are. Oh man, here we go. The liberal agendas. Here it is. No, it's not a liberal agenda. This is actually this is progressive. You're right. Maybe it is. It's a progressive agenda. What's wrong with going fucking forward? When has going forward been a fucking issue? You're a fucking loser if you don't want to go forward. Okay? I'm sorry. No, that's where I'm gonna go. That's where I draw the fucking line. You're a fucking loser if you don't want to go forward in life. Sorry. Sorry you want to go back to the 1950s. Take your bitch ass in a fucking time machine and take your bitch ass back. Sorry. We have transgendered people in the world now. They've been here. Okay? They've been here. It's been happening for fucking ever. Okay? It's here. They're here. All right? They've been here. So get the fuck over it. It's not what's so progressive about something that was happening in the 15 to fucking 19 BC. The shit was happening in fucking like with Greece and shit. Okay? Get the fuck over it. Okay? Throughout history, there has been cross-dressers and fucking transgender people. Okay? Get the fuck over it. There's also been gay people. Oh shit, newsflash. They've been around forever. So I don't understand how watching a TV show and the TV show shows you a family dynamic, which is weird already. Fucking weird. None of them are brothers and sisters. Okay? First of all, fictional TV show. First of all. Secondly, none of them are brothers and sisters. Okay? They were really kidnapped by an old dude who found out that they all were born on the same fucking day, on October 1st, 1989. When the fuck has that happened in life? Oh my gosh, they're pushing the liberal agenda. Oh, The world is burning because the liberal agenda. No, it's progressive. It's moving forward. You fucking loser. Shut the fuck up. Keep it moving. So they, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so she goes. I mean, he goes from Vanya to Victor. Okay, which is a smooth transition, transition, right? Yeah, transition. Which is it's smooth. I think the way they went about it is that they used all the people's personalities and just they kept their personality. Oh my gosh! No, none of them did that. None of them did that. And I thought, except for Luther, because that's Luther's personality. But everyone else, the way they reacted to it was like, all right, cool. I mean, are you happy? Cool. You can. All right. Five, even five stayed in. Okay. Vic, okay, cool. So, Victor, you're not in control. Like, that's literally the next sentence that came out of his mouth. Out of five of his mouth. So, for anybody that thinks that this is pushing a liberal agenda, watch the fucking TV show and then you fucking make an opinion. Was it a good situation? Was it a bad situation? Did they handle it right? I think they handled it beautifully. I thought they did a great job. Now, the only problem is that the Allison, she was a very like her character was fucking annoying throughout this whole shit. The time did this to my life. Oh fuck, man. That yo, really five and oh my gosh. Five and Klaus. It's crazy how like anybody that's named Klaus like straight up takes over a whole TV show. But Klaus and Five really carried this show very well. They did a great job. I understand like people probably think that shit. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I don't know, man. Like after like 30 minutes of just sitting right here, and like my foot goes to sleep and it fucking just does weird shit. But all right. But really Klaus and Five really drive this show. I know everybody's like, well, it just seemed like, Victor was a boring character. Well, yeah, I mean, Vanya was a boring character. Okay. Like it wasn't like it was a shy character. It was always they were always on the outskirts at all times. Oh, weird. Well, they was always on the outside. They were always on the outside of the family. They like literally was having their powers dampened by their father. By their father, their powers were being dampened with fucking pills. So yeah, and was always seen as the weakest out of everyone. So he has always been timid, has always been shy until we all found out that he's fucking really awesome. And this season really played on the time travel aspect of fucking Umbrella Academy is fucking amazing. Um and the Sparrow Academy was great. The only problem I have, I only got really one big problem. Now I'm not even why are black dudes I go like in comic book shows whenever we're like maybe like the secondary character or something like that. Why the fuck what happens? What happens? That's all I have to ask. Oh, I forgot to I'm gonna put spoiler on the fucking notes, by the way, just in cases, because I might spoil a little bit. My fault. That's on me. But I mean, overall, I thought this was a great season. I think the wedding, there's one episode. I'm putting spoiler on this shit. My fault, yeah. Shit, but I think my favorite episode of the whole entire series happened. I think was it episode 7. I think. Well, look, listen. It says it in the fucking title, so I'm not even say who was going to happen, but that I thought that was the best episode of all time for Umbrella Academy. I thought that was the best episode for them. That was just a perfectly set up episode. I like the episode where Victor comes out. Comes out. I thought that was a good episode. That was maybe high tier episode, but the the wedding one was amazing. I truly think that was a very great episode. Um, yeah, I like whenever if you guys make it that far without being disgusted apparently because that's apparently what people are going through, just fucking childish as fuck. It's so fucking childish. It just is. Like, I understand. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Why is that everybody else's business what other people do with their shit? Sorry, I have to get me some water. But yeah, I did not mean for this episode to really be like politically driven, but it is. But it shouldn't be politically. This is human rights driven. Okay, it shouldn't. My fault. That's on me. But one more thing is, I did watch a new anime called Springen. Wow, great show. It touches on history a lot, so that's why probably I'm into it a lot. 6 episodes on Netflix. About a kid who's this specialized soldier who goes around and is is collecting historical artifacts around the world for this company, and he has the specialized suit and all this shit, and it's very fucking violent. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's very violent. Like, the violence is violent. You know what I'm saying? It's violence. That's all I can. That's all. That's the word I'm gonna say. Violence. That's Springen is very violent, but it also has, historical ties to it. Some theoretical, theological fucking ties to it. So, it's a great show in my opinion. I truly enjoyed every second of it. Yeah. So I'm just going to end the show here so I don't get in trouble with anyone, any more people. I mean, not try to drive away more people. I don't give a shit. If you got a problem with if you got a problem with this episode, shit, man, don't go back to the other ones. So, with that, I want to say I love you guys. I love everyone. You, even if you make bad decisions by saying dumb shit, I still love you. Still care about you. I hope you guys are still doing great. Hope you guys. I'm not even going to say read a book. I say do some fucking studying. Read a book. Go on YouTube, TikTok, wherever the fuck you get all your fucking information. You should probably start doing that shit because this ain't new. I'm telling you, this ain't new, and this is a slippery fucking slope. So, with that, I want to say I love you guys. So, where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, anywhere else you can find your podcast, and YouTube, and also where anywhere else you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nice Sound Finance. And with that, I love everyone. I look, everything. I hope you guys stay safe out there. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Catch you guys later. Deuces.